So Growth Wellness. I'm Santee Blakey, and I am your life coach for today. And what I want to talk about is first and foremost is that I have not been on YouTube in about almost 6 months. And the reason that I haven't been is because I've been focusing on a lot of other things. Some things that I have been focusing on have dealt with creating workshops for people, specifically dealing in self care in the time of COVID, where we have to change up how we're doing self care. I may not actually be going on spa trips or anything like that. It may actually be dealing with some more basic stuff like, taking a really nice hot shower before bed so you don't have insomnia because you're so stressed about everything that's happening. So, those are some of the things that I've kind of been working on with people, and it's been really fantastic. Like, I've been enjoying the work a lot. But I want to get back to my YouTube, and I want to get back to my YouTube because I want to help as many people as possible, and public videos are an excellent way to do that. But one of the things I'm going to be focusing on going forward for the rest of this year and the beginning of next is kind of a series I'm thinking of. So, I'd like some feedback on it, which is a self acceptance journey. Something that has come up for me because I get coached pretty often as well is that I'm having some problems with self acceptance. I've definitely been one of those people who's thought, like, yes, perfection. Perfection is going to be great. If I'm perfect, then everything else is going to be perfect and life is going to be wonderful. Um, I already know, obviously, that that is not the case, but all the same, I'm a human being, and so it's something that I've been interested in and something that I've wanted to do, which is gain some semblance of perfection. And of course, what has ended up happening is that I've, grown into a certain level of self hostility. I will say that. Even as a coach, even as someone who specifically works on relationships, wellness, mental health wellness in particular, um, I'm a human being and we all have our troubles, and self acceptance is mine. So, in reference to another video that I have on here about challenges and specifically the December challenge of what we're going to do going forward for 2021 is I would like to do a series of videos about the vulnerability of my journey towards self-acceptance for this year. It's something that I've recognized that I need to work on, and so I'm going to be talking about what I do as a coach to actually help myself through that, so you kind of get a sense of what coaching actually is and what it can accomplish for you. Because one of the things that's going on for me right now is to kind of backtrack. Something that's gone really well for me because of coaching is dealing better with my depression and anxiety. I've had a lot of troubles with that in the past, particularly the anxiety. I wasn't able to reach out to people. I wasn't able to talk on camera on a regular basis or do anything like that because it was just so scary. It was so uncomfortable. And now I'm kind of at a point where I'm not necessarily not scared, but I'm willing to move forward on it. I'm willing to talk to people and open up and actually have conversations. And that is a vast, huge improvement over where I was several years ago. And that's all due to coaching. So I want to go ahead and share my journey for self acceptance and also backtrack and also share my journey on what I went through to better deal with my anxiety over the last few years. So I think that's about it for the most part. I hope you come and join me for this ride because it's going to be something that I'll probably post maybe one or two videos per month about it, just to kind of get people interested in the idea of what does self-acceptance look like, what's the journey that a person can take to it, and what are the pitfalls and challenges that we have along the way. Because I want you to know that you are not isolated and you are not alone. Self-acceptance is a huge issue. With human beings as a whole, because we want to be accepted by others. We're social beings, and that's what we prefer to do, is to not deal with rejection from, family, friends, co-workers, and etc. But of course, that self-acceptance is where you're not basing your worth and your value on what other people think of you or what other people might say about you or how they might treat you or mistreat you. And the self acceptance is what helps you handle that. So, intellectually, I can talk about this all day. Emotionally, however, I still have a lot of growth and work to do. And that's kind of what I want to share is that there's a process that happens where you kind of work it out in your mind, and then you kind of work it out in your mind and your heart and your body. So, thank you for listening and keep coming back.